So the inspiration for my next project came from this plate, and this is from Wedgwood. It's the Will Broom collection, and it's one of my favorite things. And they also have a teapot and a teacup right there that you can see, and a few other pieces that I really like. But today I wanted to make something a little different, a little special, and I wanted to try and use my Cricut machine and the glass etching that it can do. So anyways, this is what we're going to create, and it's a Hello Kitty glass etched plate. And it has Hello Kitty on the back. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to use some of the Cricut vinyl, and it comes in a package like this, and you get a 24 by 12 inch piece. So you just have to cut that in half and load it right onto your Cricut sheet. If you don't have the 12 by 24 inch mat, and I don't, all I have is a 12 by 12 inch mat. So anyways, I'm just going to load this in. And I'm going to be using the Hello Kitty on page 29, and also I'm going to be using the silhouette feature. There's the Hello Kitty that I want. I want to make sure that it's set to, let's see, 5 1/4 inches. I also wanted to make sure that my blade is set to 6, and the pressure is turned to high. So there, I'm ready to go, and I'm just going to hit autofill, and this will cut as many 5 1/4 inch Hello Kitties as will fit on this page. So just going to press cut, and we're good to go. Okay, just unload your paper. And you have 2 Hello Kitties all ready to go. So now the next thing you need to do is I'm going to put away my Cricut and set up for the glass etching part. So stay tuned, it's coming next. Okay, so I'm all ready, and I should talk about the plates. These are clear glass, and on the back is a smooth side that when you put the stencil that you're about to that you've created actually with your Cricut, you will get a really good transfer. If you had a ridge, it wouldn't work so well. So you want to make sure the plates you choose have a smooth side. These were actually really inexpensive. They came from Walmart. They're 10-inch salad plates, and they were the best that I could get, and they worked out pretty well. So anyways, the next thing you need to do is you've got 2 Hello Kitties right here, and you want to cut with scissors right in between, making sure that you have left a border around your entire Hello Kitty, and that's really important. It's kind of tight right at the bottom of her chin right here if you cut 2 to the page, but you can still do it. And actually, if you use some tape, you can help to block out the etching liquid from seeping in. So all I'm doing right here is taking out the face. And this is where I like to start, because the face makes a really good grounding point for you to work off of. And then just remove the actual silhouette. Okay. And this is another piece that you're going to be using. So you don't need the thin silhouette that you've cut out, you actually need the negative part. And that'll make a little bit more sense once I get going. So I'm just going to get rid of my Cricut mat right over here. And then with an X-Acto knife, I like to score a little bit. It just makes it easy to remove the pieces from the paper backing. And you just run your knife right along each piece, just cutting through the paper, not the vinyl. And you don't need to work on a protective mat for this, because you're not going to be cutting through the vinyl. You're not going to be cutting through to your table. But you could work on a protective mat or your Cricut mat if you so choose. So anyways, I'm just going to cut on this one too. So just continue to take all this paper backing off. It's easy to do this part without gloves, but since I've got my gloves on. Okay, so then you just take your plate and you place this right down, you center this right where you want it to be. So right on there, you can see right where her face is going to be. So just lay that down. And then to get all these little pieces of paper out of the way. Then to make this piece a little bit easier to work with, you can just cut that down. I'm going to take off this glove for a second. Sometimes if you use your nail, it makes it a little bit easier to get the vinyl off of the paper backing. And this is the hardest part of the entire project, so I hope, let's see, where's my knife? Just cut through that paper, expose the back. There we go. Woo. There we go. Got this all ready. Once you get it going, it becomes a little bit easier. So anyways, then you just go up, and this is a little bit harder, but it's not so difficult because you can actually pick this right up from the glass if you make a mistake. And I like to line up the whiskers first, and you want to make sure and you have a good outline. That's one of the things I like about Hello Kitty. It's very forgiving. You just need to give yourself an outline. Just place it down. And like I said, if you make a mistake, this does peel right off. So you can put it back down again. Okay. There we go. That was very easy. Okay, there you go. So you can see it's almost there, getting ready. The hardest part is the bow. That is right here. These little pieces tend to take a while, but if you have scored them, it makes it a little bit easier. Right there. Okay. So you can see now this part right here that's clear is going to be the frosted part. So next you take a glove. Protect your hands. This etching cream is quite abrasive and it will definitely injure your hands. So anyways, you take it. Armor Etch, it's pretty much the standard for glass etching. You can get it at Michael's, you can get it at Joann's. Sometimes you can get it bundled with your Cricut. That's how I got this little bottle. So anyways, you just take a brush, and this is a stenciling brush, and I like it because you can get a good amount on the bottom, and just apply a good thick coating all over. And the thing is, you really want to get a good thick coating, because if you are thin in one area, it won't etch all the way. Okay. So a good thick coating. Looks pretty good. Looks thick enough. Alright. And the next thing you do is just wait 5 minutes. I'm going to clean up my mess here, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes, and the last thing you need to do before you can peel off your vinyl is wash off the etching powder. And you just do that in some hot soapy water. Really simple, it's not anything hard. And actually getting the vinyl wet will help you remove it later. So you just do that. Then you just let that dry. Of course, you'll want to wash it again. Make sure you get all the soap and anything else. This is just if you're doing more than one at a time and you're doing it in your craft room like I am. You could always do this in the sink. One thing you should know is that these plates aren't dishwasher safe anymore after you've etched them. You don't want to do that. The harsh chemicals and the dishwashing powder and the high temperatures of the water can really damage the etch. So anyways, I'm just going to peel this off. But here you go, a slightly dirty, but she's there, Hello Kitty, and I'll make sure I show you a close-up of this. So anyways, I hope you try this, and I'm sure you'll enjoy eating anything off these plates because you made them yourself.